everybody. This is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're going to start here. I'm going to show y'all some of our equipment. We've been asked so many questions about what kind of equipment do we use here at Deep South Homestead. Well, I'm going to begin to show you what type of equipment we use, and we're going to start out today with my planter. That's what you see sitting here in the forefront in the picture. I'm going to show you a little bit about it. We're going to run around it here on the next clip, and then we're going to show it being used at Deep South Homestead the way that we use it now. We're looking at the back of the cultivator here. As you can see, we're looking at the plows and how they're set up on it here, and they're set for different spacings on it. And this up here is the fertilized hopper. This is where we dump our fertilize in there. And from this to fertilize, there's a little clicker thing on it that pops as it goes round and round and lets the fertilize go down in the pants legs. Now this here is used for like if you're going to plant field peas, this particular part of it here. And this here is where we put our seeds in it. We've had to rebuild a lot of this stuff, but this is where the seeds go in and fall down in front of the wheel there that presses the dirt. We come around in the front here, you can see there's a pair of, they call them pants legs. It's on the front of it there. That's what drops the fertilizer down. It goes down right behind this plow. Now this plow is called a bull tongue that goes on the front of it here. And that opens up the furrow for the fertilizer to fall in. And then the wheels that you see there on the back, one of them opens up a trench for the seed to fall in, and the one behind it actually presses the dirt down firmly around the seeds on it. Alright guys, this is our Danny corn. We're pouring in here this morning. This is our fertilizer. We use a triple 13 in our field. I've got to come around, I got to adjust the settings on the front of it. Probably get on the other side. I don't fall down. This is what adjusts how much fertilizer we put out. Okay, this is our boom pole here that hooked onto the back of the tractor. This is what we use to do all of our heavy lifting with around here and pulling logs and trees with. We use a chain on the end of it to hook onto whatever we need to pick up and move so we don't have to use our back very much. And around beside it here you'll see this is our post hole auger that we use when we're putting down big fence posts, or if we need to build a shed or a barn or something like that. We auger these big holes in the ground. And planting trees, we also use it for planting our trees with. If we have to dig a big hole to plant a tree with, it's a whole lot easier for us to use that auger to drill the hole in the ground and then take a post hole digger and finish out and make it as big as it needs to be. This right here is a big pan plow. This is what I use to flip my dirt over with once every 2 years. I turn the top dirt and put it underneath the bottom and flip the bottom dirt up to the top and turn my pastures so that my soil stays really soft and mellow down to about 12-14 inches. It's also what I use to build the terrace rows with on my property here. And this here is just a traditional 5-foot bush hog that we use behind our tractor to bush hog our property with if the weeds start getting out of control, or like if we get through with our cornfield, a lot of times we'll go in once we pick the corn, we'll take the bush hog and we'll just bush hog everything up into little small pieces and then turn it under with the big turn plow that we just showed you back there. This is another one of our pieces of equipment. This is our disc that we use to pulverize the soil up really good and kill all the grass and weeds so that we can go in and be able to plant behind it. It's a 5-foot one. This right here is another one of my cultivators that I leave set up for plowing and making up my rows for us to use our hand planter with. My plows are spaced evenly so that I have 3 beds that pop up, and I can plant on top of all 3 of them with the plows that I use. What we have here, this is a cultivator. I leave it set up. I don't usually take the plows off of it. It has half shovels and sweeps on it. I use this to bed up my rows with. That's a half shovel that she's showing you there. And then that's a sweep. There's a set of these on each side. That helps us to throw up a furrow. A bed, not a furrow. What we have here, this is a cultipacker made out of a culvert full of concrete with a rail system in front of it that we use to pull behind our tractor. We use this when we plant our cover crops. I'll go in and seed the ground down really good, and once I seed the ground down, I'll pull this cultipacker over the top of it to pack it down to make good soil contact. This is a homemade tool here that my father made whenever we were commercially gardening. Let me kind of explain to you a little bit about what it is. In the back here, this piece back here is where we put our big roll of wide plastic on it.
This roll right here is where we put our irrigation line that's set up on this, and it rolled round and round, and it fed over and came through this piece right here in the front. There's a little small plow and a bent piece that would put that drip irrigation underground when the plastic would cover it up. And this piece of metal that you see here in the front right here, the shape of this bedded the row up. And show you the shape of our row whenever we would plow it. And in the back here, I'll have to walk around to the other side. This part right here, we put what's called a disc hilder on it. And what that would do is once the plastic was laid down, this would throw the dirt up on the edges of the plastic to hold it from the wind getting it. What I have here is a hay spear that I use on my tractor when I'm moving round bales of hay. I just take this long point that you see right here, and I punch that up in the hay, and I take my tractor and pick it up and move it around on the property when we're fooling with round bales of hay. Okay, what we have here, this is what we use on the property here when we're moving our young pigs around. We open this door up right here, and we run the pigs up in this sled. We call it our sled, and we can hook onto this sled here with either our tractor or our riding lawnmower. The way it's fastened to the front of it here, we just drag it along with the pigs and move them from field to field. Okay, and sitting beside it here is a cement mixer. This is what we use to mix our cement with. We have our own sand and gravel on the property here, so we just buy the cement in the 50-pound bags and mix our own cement. On the end around here, one will come around to the end of it, you can actually see. This is where we put our sand and our cement in there, and as this thing turns round and round, it mixes it, and then we can dump the cement out of it here and pour our own concrete slabs on the property here. This right here is a middle splitter that we use to plow up potatoes or to bust a furrow down in the ground if we need to put something in a furrow in the ground. It's what we use to do that with.